Hey friends, this is Rodney.
What's up, fam? This is Lakiba.
Hey guys, this is Ernest.
Hey, Now, it's Nasha.
And welcome to conVo with Friendz. What's up, guys? This is another week of conVo with Friendz podcast, and I am happy to be here today. Yes, guys, this is your first time tuning in. This is a podcast called conVo with Friendz. We are four unique people who are just, talking about all kind of stuff. We have Nasha Republican, Lakiba the Christian, Ernest with the T, and Rodney with the good old Google News. And to keep this podcast going, you guys, we all need support. So on our homepage on our website, which is www.convowithfriends.com, you can donate. And also subscribe to us on YouTube, which is conVo with Friendz, and also whatever platform you listen to us on. Give us 5 stars, okay? Because we give you good content, and this shit ain't cheap. But
Like, share.
5 stars and $5.
Say it again, Ernest.
5 stars and $5.
5 stars and $5.
Keep
Thank
us going.
you. Because, the engineer be hitting us up.
Well, I need 5 stars and $500. This is Lakiba. Y'all know I'm going to take it up. So,
We'll start with you, Cleveland. How was your week?
I had a really amazing week. I cannot complain. Y'all always know. I tell people all the time, y'all be trying to stop me, but God is serious about this ghetto chick. Got them coins again today.
Hey.
Made another closing, so I'm excited. You better believe the Bible when it says God gives you the power to get wealth. And today I had the power and the wealth.
Okay.
That's where it's at.
So did you have some coming out your overflow of your cup? 'Cause
Overflow, yeah.
We need all that overflow.
Got them coins today.
Please don't spill it on the floor.
Got them coins today. God is
Hitting up
good.
with your friends. Ernest, how's your week going?
I had a great week. It's only Tuesday, but it's been a good week so far, so I'm loving it. I have nothing going on, but it's a good week.
But you here.
But I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm present.
Nasha, how's your week going?
Getting closer to moving, guys. I know it's been like a long process. I'm glad I started looking when I did, because I'm telling you, it's some things that just not going. So with that being said, my week has been pretty hectic, but smooth sailing at the same time. You know what I mean? You should see my room. Like right now, it's just like, this is not going. This is not going. Goodwill this. Burn this. I would never get caught dead in this again. I just need a whole nother.
Why did I ever wear that?
I know. Why did I ever wear that?
I have
so
those
I just need
moments.
a whole, I just want to really go to the new house with just 5 outfits, y'all.
Oh, wow.
That's my goal.
Just 5?
Just 5 outfits. I'm
Is
ready
it
to go.
giving you hoarder vibes?
Yeah. Well, my apartment now, it's like, I don't have any, people used to value friendship and family. So the rooms was bigger and the closets were smaller.
Yeah.
So I'm in a building that's been back since the 1940s and there's no closet space. But my new place, let me tell you, I have
Come
a walk-in
on
closet.
through,
So
New.
I have somewhere to hide the stuff at.
Well, you're going to need more than 5 outfits
Come on,
then.
New.
5 outfits
Come
more just
on.
won't
New
do.
hair, new wig. Who is
What?
this?
Who is this?
Okay,
What it
so
do?
I'm definitely upgrading, y'all, and I can't wait to get in my new place.
Yeah.
Yes.
A few weeks, countdown.
Well, my week has been actually interesting. It was called Booked and Being Busy.
Yes.
My magazine came out with Pop Fusion Music, where they feature me in the I talk about the podcast on there as well. We'll just be doing all these incredible things in media,
Nice.
Sometimes I have to remember who I am. Rick
Right.
Franklin taught me
Okay.
that at the Justice Crown.
Get that right.
So shout out to Pop Fusion Music for featuring your boy in the podcast. And I also had an interview with my first Latina. So my first crossover interview was and I was happy with that. Her name is Jacqueline Valdez, and we had a great conversation.
Awesome.
Nice.
It was really cool to hear another media perspective from another ethnicity, and it was just cool. Like, y'all check my girl out. Her name is
Definitely.
Jacqueline Valdez. Her show is called Live with Jacqueline Valdez, and I mean, it was a truth.
It was lit.
Yeah, she had me answer questions. I had to really think. I said, God damn, I'm thinking.
I ain't coming here for that, right?
So you used to the interviewing, you got interviewed.
I know she interviewed me.
Oh, wow.
I was like, so yeah, go check it out. It's on my page. It's on her YouTube as well. I think she has with her network. Well,
Good stuff.
let's get started with what's going on in the good old Google News. And what's going to Google News, you guys? It's voter suppression at its finest. If you guys don't know, Governor Brian Kemp of Georgia signed SB 202, aka Election Integrity Act 2021. And like I told y'all this bullshit last time, how they were saying it was like he is really on little Twitter and on the news saying that we had a fair election, right? Because Trump was trying to overturn it and say, Georgia, do something. But now his ass scared he about to get voted up by Stacey Abrams. Shout out to Stacey because she's gonna win, Miss Madam Governor. And now he's saying that it's rigged. And what I don't understand, like I try to tell people, y'all thinking it's rigged because black and brown people was voting?
Of course,
but when it's majority, when it's in your favor, everything's okay. And y'all try to tell us that it's not racist. That's a race-based thing. But at the same time, people, let me tell you what they done changed. So it's making it harder. And I always thought, well, you can always, get your vote ID card and make your signature match. But I mean, that's the whole process when itself. I used to work for a bank, and I understand when they trying to make their signature match, they throw that stuff out. And the same thing for your election ballots. So let me tell you what these good old Republicans, Uncle Tom people are doing. Early voting can request a mail-in ballot will be 11 weeks before election day, and it used to be 180 days. So if you want to request an early voting ballot, you had 180 days before this bill. Now it's only 8 weeks before the election date. So again, they trying to make people not vote. Instead of returning your application by Friday before the election day, SB 202 now backs up to 2 Fridays before. So you could turn your application in the day of the Friday before election. Now you got to turn it in 2 weeks before.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I know. Bullshit. All right.
Well, in my opinion, there shouldn't be no mail-in ballots, period. If you can't make it to the poll and be physically present to vote, you should not be able to vote.
You sound very
say if you had a grandmother, say if you had a grandfather that's unable to make it to the poll, you feel like they shouldn't have the right to vote?
It has to be,
that sounds ignorant.
But
that was very ignorant.
Move on.
Yes, we got to go.
It's just not, to me, it's not ethical to be able to send in a ballot to vote. Like, I just don't feel like it's so. I'm actually happy.
I want to hear this. Tell me why.
I'm actually happy for the new bill because it shortens the cycle of things being lost or things being, it give them definitely enough time to go ahead and count it in. So it was 180 days, right? Before. Now it's 11 weeks. So it makes the cycle shorter. So if you're going to get them in, go on and get them in and get them counted. But it's too long. Like if we're going to start doing it in the middle.
Okay, I gave you enough time.
All right, what you're saying is not making any sense.
It's not.
Okay, well.
Counties will also begin mailing out absentee ballots about 3 weeks later than before, starting 4 weeks before election. So like what Nasha said, the good old Republicans want to make sure that they get the ballots counted in time because they say they don't want them too early out. They want them just in, a good old Nasha people. Now, this is what I don't agree with. This is crazy to me. Now, requesting and returning a ballot will also require new ID rules. Either your driver's license number, state ID number, or if you don't have those, a copy of acceptable voter ID. But keep in mind, if your signature don't match on your mail-in ballot with your voter ID, it's automatically thrown out. Nothing can be thrown. It's just going, okay? Now, this is crazy too.
It should be.
Poll walkers, no, you got messed up my words.
Sorry.
Poll workers will use the information plus your name, date of birth, and address to verify your identity, and you will sign an oath swearing that everything is correct. I'm okay with that. That don't bother me. I'll make sure that you say who you are. State and local government are no longer allowed to send unsolicited applications. And third-party groups that send application has new rules to follow. And this is what they have to do now, you guys. The application must be clearly marked as being not an official government publication. This is not a ballot. It must clearly state which group is sending this blank request. So you know how earlier they were sending out to sign you up for mail-in voting. Now, if you were a candidate, you can't have your name nowhere on it. A government official, no. It has to be third party. And this is where I found very interesting as well, because I'm not going to read all that. Now, if you send it, you have to send it once. If a person say that you sent a mail-in early voting mail-in application to them twice, you are going to get a fine. So just say if I'm organization SYB and you got the application twice, if you call to complain, my organization gets sued. And only one per household.
You agree with that?
No, I don't agree with that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we got some sense.
Exactly.
She got some sense.
She done came back.
But as far as the elder people being in like nursing homes and stuff like that, then it should be a representative from their nursing home or the power attorney.
Who said they're in a nursing home? Who said they're not 80 years old in their house living by themselves and
their power attorney, and then they
Not
should
in the
be able
nursing
to
home.
make it to the poll.
Not
the power attorney should be able to.
I hope your kids never leave you alone.
exactly.
Right.
Because you left alone, you can't drive. How you gonna vote? Honestly, I'm being free. I'm not being funny.
Now she's gonna be in a nursing home.
Well, that's almost like, the driver's license being taken at a certain time. So, I mean, you got to be, 18 or 21 to vote now. And then maybe they should cut it off at a certain time.
I feel that everything he read so far has been bullshit, and I feel that the entire thing is stupid. Because if I'm 80 years old, if I have a grandmother or grandfather who's 80 years old and they're unable
Maybe
to
that
drive, who
power
is not
attorney.
and don't have a power of attorney and don't have somebody that actually look over them,
They should be able to.
then they should still be able to vote with the same rules and the same
Absolutely.
laws they had prior
So maybe-
to voting.
And your signature
Ditto.
doesn't match all the time. Like even my signature, I have like 5
because
signatures.
when you out, when you
Absolutely.
get that driver's license, you're just kind of just squiggling some
You're
lines.
ready to go. You done been there for 5 hours.
So
You're ready to get out of here.
The entire,
So
let me see your
it's
driver's license. Let me
cheating.
see your signature. Exactly.
Are you
Another
valid? Are you valid?
Not.
Okay. Okay.
Probably not, because I'm just like NH nowadays. NH.
okay.
NH.
Oh,
But I
okay.
used to sign it all the way out.
That means not here. Moving on. Secure Georgia runoff would now be 4 weeks long instead of 9 weeks. I think that's okay. They didn't really bother me because who wants a 9-week process?
Yeah.
Like, child, we already know who we want. Move on. Now, this is what I don't agree with. Now, this is some bullshit for you guys. Secure absentee ballot drop boxes, which did not exist a year ago, are now officially part of state law, but not without some new changes. This is the fuckery right here with the fuck shit with Republicans. And I'm not trying to kiss, but I'm really pissed off by this. The law requires all 159 counties to have at least one drop box, caps the number of boxes at 1 per 100,000 active voters, or for every early voting site, whichever is smaller, and move them inside of early voting sites instead of outside of government property. So how you remember how they was outside?
Yeah. Now I gotta go inside.
They want you to bring your mail-in ballots inside. So now you wait in line to drop off your shit, which doesn't make sense because it's mail-in and it's called drop-off box, bitch.
Hello.
It doesn't make any sense.
So let me tell you what other bullshit now. It used to be accessible for 24/7, so you can vote.
Yeah,
As long as it's
2
voting
o'clock in
time,
the morning, come from the club.
drop off your box. Now it's only during the voting hours of the location.
Of course it is. So now I got to get off at 3 o'clock to make sure it's there by 5. Got it.
For
Okay.
every
And
working
miss some
class,
money from my paycheck.
Yeah, exactly. Now I got to get PTO. Use my PTO.
Yeah.
To take 2
Not
hours
everybody
off.
is on salary. Like, come on
Exactly.
now.
and that's to make some further bullshit. Now you know how for 7 to 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now they can have it from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. They can change
See what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
They can change it. So now you cut out working class Americans.
Yeah.
But I do not, Joe Biden and Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, this is some bullshit. This is Jim Crow 2.0. Make sure y'all fix this stuff. And also, you guys, what really kind of pissed me off as well, now elected representatives and government officials can't get into the election. So if they feel like something's wrong, they can request an override, and have it checked all kind of times.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, this is voter suppression, you guys. And even though Nasha say some dumb shit sometimes, we want to make sure that we want to make sure that our platforms for everyone to have every voice opinion. That's why Convo with Friendz is here, because everybody's voice and opinion is welcome. Don't mean I have to like it, but it's welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But
Thank you for having me.
but I just want to say, you guys, please understand that voting is under attack. And it's only going to be there for the rich white folks. And what happened to Park Cannon? I have to say this too. Representative Park Cannon, for knocking on the door. They gave her 2 felonies for knocking on the door.
Yeah, that's ignorant.
And with the government made a comment talking about she shouldn't have kicked. In the video, that girl ain't kicked no goddamn body. That's how, you a racist, gobble-neck, turkey neck, mother effer. I can't cuss too much.
Yeah,
but
right.
mother alpha. But you know what? We got to move on. And you know what, guys? That's all I have for good old Google News.
You said a lot of cuss words.
That was a lot. I'm heated from that. I got to take a break.
That was good stuff.
Good old Lakiba. What's going on your side of the street, sis?
Y'all already know. Conversation does what?
Rule the nation.
Guess what's ruling the nation today?
What's going on?
A fight.
Oh,
Okay.
It's set, guys. Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield will be fighting on May 29th, which is Memorial Day weekend, at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
They're too old to be fighting.
I don't want to watch that.
Why are we fighting? Why are we fighting? Now, y'all remember when they fought back in June 28th, 1997, the fight was referred to as the bite fight.
I know.
So the question on the table now is,
Rematch.
will Mike be biting again? Or
Let me
will this
tell-
just be a regular TKO?
Let me tell you something. If anybody bite me, all bets is
But
off.
they're friends now. They're
I'm
friends
biting
now.
back.
I'm biting back.
Turn a toe on your ass.
It's only gonna be like 3 rounds because they were about 60, 70 years old. It's gonna be like 3 rounds.
Mike said he
He
gonna
gonna
take
put some
Evander
bitches
out.
on them.
Yeah.
He said we would not be boxing anymore. We would be fighting. For real, for real.
And I know they both split a few millions for the fight, but still, I don't want to be in the hospital after I can't even spend my millions.
I hope nobody gonna bring out the dentures. Please make sure your teeth is glued
I
down.
hope they got their medicine ready, their blood pressure taken, and their
Definitely.
thyroid medicine, because that's gonna be.
Need some icy hot on the meat.
They gonna be hurt afterwards, right? They gonna have the money, but they gonna be in some pain after the fight. Stop playing.
Wow. Okay.
Moving on to something a little bit more calmer, guys. Filing taxes has been extended. So if you have not filed your taxes, you have until May 17th, 2021, guys. Get it done now. And that's what's ruling the nation.
So we got to May to.
I am still waiting on my taxes. What about
What?
you, Nasha? You still waiting?
Yes, I'm-
Yeah. So, bitch, better have my money.
Hey,
Who
hey.
y'all think y'all?
Oh, you already filed.
Like
It's
that,
on the way.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's coming.
So I'm the one that need to be looking at this extension because I haven't filed yet.
Oh, you
Neither
better
have I,
file.
Oh.
No, I
You
haven't.
better
I have not
file.
filed. I'm hoping I don't own stuff.
What month is this?
We're going into April.
This the last day of March.
Oh, okay.
You got to May 17th. You good,
Okay,
right? You
okay.
good.
I can't even keep up with the
Actually-
month. I'm like, what month is this?
You
Yeah.
got 47 days, but if not, you need to vote. You couldn't do it now because you passed the days.
Oh, dang.
See how that bullshit is?
I can't even. Oh.
Yeah, the first will be Thursday.
Yeah, but good old Messy Wendy, aka Ernest, what's going on
What
your
you
side
got?
of the street,
I have
bro?
so much to talk about tonight, guys. I looked at this. I was like, I should have narrowed this down, but it's a lot. So we're going to talk about it. Let's start with who's headlining all the
my
news
God.
is Lil Nas X. All right, guys. I don't even know how to even go into this. Okay, so Lil Nas X is making headlines per usual after he drops his music video for his new single Monterio, which can be called by name. The video features a rapper giving a lap dance to a depiction of Satan. He's also partnered with MSCHF to release an Nike Air Max 1997 Nike Air Max called Satan Shoes. The shoes features the Bible scripture Luke 10:18, which is also a reference to 666. As you guys know, and allegedly he dropped a human blood on the sole of the shoe as well. Nike has come out and said they did not support this, and they had no endorsement of, with the shoes as well. And Nike is also suing the company MSCHF.
Wow.
So that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
That's,
And I understand-
what is Lil Nas
After-
doing?
People do anything for clout.
But
telling you.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh! Like,
So this is what
he
happened.
knew we was going to talk
So
about it.
what the video trying to feature is, like we said, about the Satan and everything else, and he kind of explained the fact that growing up, people did not accept.
Yeah,
the church,
I understood the video.
yeah, the church did not accept him because he was gay, and his family did not accept him, and he always was told that he was going to go to hell. So
Wow.
that's why it was a depiction of that,
Got it.
and that's the reason why he did the whole Satan now. And he apologized recently on a recent video, but it's still a lot.
I'm gonna say this. This is why I don't think he should not have apologized. Because Lil Nas X is not the first person who did some Satan-looking shit to me.
Yeah, true.
Do y'all not remember when Nicki Minaj had a Grammy, was it Emmy or Grammy Awards?
I remember that.
And she had that Catholic priest?
Yeah.
That was the most weirdest shit I ever saw in my life.
Very true.
And I was like, this girl I literally gave her soul to the devil on national platform. And since then, Nicki has skyrocketed to the top. Let's keep it real. So I got the concept of the video. It's like him being tempted. I guess the devil was the gay thing that was tempting him. And he fell into the, whatever. And, he's fighting his demons. And he's trying to say he's a Christian. And then as he died, people's like judging him, got hit by the rock, he died. Was going to heaven, and then I guess Satan came and got him. And so I guess for what I got from him, he was like, well, since I want to be this bad person, I'm going to kill the devil and make me the devil.
Yeah.
Now, do I think Lil Nas X should be raising anyone's children? Heck no.
Yeah, and he's young. He's in
Can
his
y'all
20s.
please stop telling these singers and rappers and whoever to raise your own goddamn kids?
People we look up to.
Because if I'm raised, I'm going to file on my goddamn taxes, okay? If I can't do that, I'm not responsible for your children. But at the end of the day, I feel like every artist should have freedom of expression for whatever they want.
Yeah.
I don't have to like it. I don't have to watch it. But again, he is causing controversy around this, and he's making money.
Well, right now he's not. I don't think he's going to be making that money because this company's going to get sued. Nobody's going to be buying the shoes. That's the issue now because Nike is suing the actual company who made the shoes.
Go to another one. Somebody will take care of it.
Yeah, but we saw today Miley Cyrus had bought the shoes and she had to wear the shoes. She just basically trying to be a clout chaser. Miley, stick to being Hannah Montana, please. So that's in other news.
That was good.
You want to say something, Nasha?
I mean, at the end of the day, so people believe in what they want to believe. You know what I'm saying? I believe in the ultimate God of the universe, but if you believe in God, then you believe in the devil. So at the end of the day, like Jesus is my big brother.
I don't believe in the devil.
I think she's trying to say the devil is real.
The devil is my big brother as well as Jesus is my big brother. So at the end of the day, I mean, how we know is not the same person. You know what I'm saying? Because God do punish you. You know what I'm saying? And He let things happen to you. So at the end of the day, I mean, He's gonna have to pay for that. So that's my word for Lil Nas.
Okay.
Well, on to something.
I want to hear what Lakeith got to say. The Christian.
Yeah,
it'll be
Christian anointed over here.
It will be another whole show.
Yeah, but what's your perspective on this?
Yeah.
I mean, I think, I don't follow Lil Nas X at all. And it's not because he's not a Christian and because I am a Christian, because one thing I do not do is put myself in position to judge people.
Yeah.
You have free liberty to do what you choose to do. Because one thing the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings will not do is drag you into what you don't want to be in. So I don't judge people whatsoever. But what I do is I keep my educated, well-paid Christian self on this side. You do whatever you want to do on that side of the fence, but on this side of the fence, I'm staying over here with the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. This Lakiba, and that's my comment.
Well said.
Okay, madam.
But on to
I think it would be more acceptable if it was around Halloween, but now it was just like it's nothing to do with Halloween or nothing. What is going on here? But I'm glad I don't watch TV. So
you probably don't know what's even going on. So on the next topic we're going to talk about is NFL running back Darius Geis.
Who is this?
So, if you guys didn't know, NFL Darius Geis, what happened was a 74-year-old grandmother broke down on television when she was explaining that she was sexually harassed by him.
What?
Yeah. She said she was sexually harassed by him.
She goes through my body.
Right.
She endured the hands of the NFL running back Darius Geis. The incident that victim Gloria Scott, her name is Gloria Scott, guys, disclosed happened in 2007 while working as a security guard at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Scott said Geis made vulgar comments towards her. At the time, he was playing for LSU football team. Mm-hmm. She stated that LSU tends to hide a lot of things, guys. As we know, from what my understanding is, a lot of other females, not 74-year-olds, but a lot of other younger women has come out and said about LSU's players and different things like that. So
I've heard that.
Yeah, so you probably have heard that as well. Mm-hmm. So Scott accused Geis, that who was only 20 years old at the time, approached her with a group of his friends and said, "I like to fuck women like you older women, because y'all know y'all like this. Y'all like us younger men to fuck y'all. Look at Rodney. He said, you know you want this body, while rubbing himself up and down and touching his genitals. Apparently, his friend just stood there laughing. Scott then told Geis, my grandsons are not like this. He replied, he said, fuck your grandsons. They don't know nothing. And you and I are going to the hotel so I can fuck you. Geis has denied all allegations.
Maybe he got a fetish.
But I had to Google Geis and figure how Geis looked for a 74-year-old woman. So I'm still confused, guys. What y'all think? Do y'all think she's telling the truth?
Okay, so I need sexual harassment broken down to me. Because if he just did that, he didn't touch her at all.
No, he's a 20-year-old. He was in college at the time.
No, I'm saying, but to me, sexual harassment, like, you're touching me. I didn't want to be touched. I don't want you put your body part on me. Mm-hmm. So to me, I'm gonna tell Miss, if that is not the case, this is just me, Miss Gloria Scott. You just looking for a moment. People gonna talk and say shit to you all the time. If I went around everybody who called me a faggot or gay, hell, I'd be on the news every guy. He called me gay.
Hey, crap.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Long as you're not physically, this is for me again. Touching me. I don't see it's anything wrong with words.
This is Garius. Derek
you can be verbal though. I know a lot of people get offended about that. Like, I'm gonna tell you, a friend of mine, a guy friend of mine, basically got a sexual harassment charge.
So I was so shocked.
For asking a female how far her arm tattoo go up.
What?
He was at an employment look for a job. You know how the employment agencies, and he was looking for a job. And he asked the lady that was sitting at the desk how far her arm tattoo go up. And he was like barred from the vicinity. This was in a little town in Tennessee. And this was a close friend of our family's. So some people get really offended. You got to watch what you say to people.
It is 2021. Why have you not said anything? It's 2017. Right. He was a college football player at the time, but now he's in the NFL. Now you're saying something. Now you
so that means she's like, what, 78 now?
74.
She's 74. She's 74 now.
Like 50.
She was
50 something.
So here's my thought. So if you Google him, and we just did, the brother fine. Okay, let's just put that on the table. So I don't see why he would have a problem with women. Okay, because the brother fine. This Lakiba, the brother is fine.
So
okay?
I don't know. I'm confused about why that he would actually do this to a 74-year-old. Well, she was younger. She was still not age appropriate for him at the time. He was only 20 years old at the time.
Right.
So
but I do want to clear up something, because I've been in a position before. This was a long time ago when I worked for a corporation, and the executive came over to me and said, "I would love to see you naked." That is sexual harassment. So because someone's not touching you, it's still verbal. And even now, sometimes I feel some kind of way if I'm dressed really cute, and I guys gonna look at you. That's just what it is. I don't care what your shape, size, who you are. I mean, sometimes my hair gonna be napping in the mug. They still gonna look.
Body, yada, yada.
If you got that body, yada, 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 they still gonna be looking. It's what it is, But I hate for guys to just really they look at you up and down like you a piece of meat or something. Mm-hmm. That makes me very uncomfortable. So I think men have to be, and women, just not like men can only do sexual harassment. You got to be careful what you say to people, how you look at people, because some people do get offended by that, and it can be considered sexual harassment.
Yeah, but cause you know how sometimes like college kids, not saying he is right at all, not saying he is right at all, but you know how sometimes college kids at that point are disrespectful, and because he got a group of friends, he felt that he could say something to the person who's the security guard. I'm gonna say this to this woman because now I'm a football player. I'm like the star of the team, and I can get away with it. And he probably didn't know this allegation was going to come.
Into older women. I got a friend of mine, baby daddy. A friend of mine, baby daddy, is married to a 62-year-old. So I think she might be 63 this year, and he's like 37. Okay. So I mean,
he in the wheel.
But I don't know. For me, I don't think words should hold that much weight. Now, do I think you can go complain to the team, say he said something I don't like? Sure, but do I think it's newsworthy? No. He didn't touch you.
Well, she don't tell everybody, and it's all over.
He didn't touch
All
you.
over the news.
Move on. I'm sorry. Now, if he would have touched her, I'd be on her side.
Right.
But he didn't touch you, sweetie.
But the
Come on
last
now.
story that actually probably seen it all over the news today, it happened today. This is like basically an update from last week. Quavo and Sweetie elevator fight.
Saw that.
Yes.
They got in a fight.
They was getting it in.
So, according to
snap his
TMZ,
head. He just was just
He was dragging her around.
hold on, let me tell you. So, according to TMZ, obtained surveillance footage of the struggle, which went down at an apartment complex in North Hollywood. It shows both of them standing outside an open elevator. And when the video starts, Sweetie is swinging on Quavo. Quavo dodges the hit, dropping an orange Call of Duty case in the process, which Sweetie tries to pick up. Quavo grabs it, and as they struggle for the case, he grabs her arm and swings her to the ground, basically swing her to the floor, the elevator floor. And basically, they both went down at the same time.
God.
As Sweetie lay on the ground, possibly injured, guys, Quavo stands there without helping her. Eventually, the door opens and a guy is standing there. The guy didn't even go into the elevator. They let the door close again. Finally, the doors open again and to another floor, and Quavo starts to get off with the case, using the case to open the door. Sweetie's basically limping out after that because he actually pushed it to the wall. They spoke to both sources. Both sources had a representative to speak for them, and they both stated that the incident happened in 2020 at an apartment complex that she was renting.
Still ain't right.
Yeah, and then during the time, I think when you see the video, he's actually noticed he's like, oh shit, the camera's there.
Right.
So he looks up and see the camera is actually watching them, but he probably didn't know this was going to come out. So all of this is happening now.
And they still together?
No, they're not together.
They say together after that, so.
They stay together after that because this happened in 2020, but the footage just came out.
Quavo, keep your hands off any woman. I'm not down for that at all.
And women, keep your hands off
Yes,
me.
because that's
agree.
what I tell my son. I
agree.
said, don't you go around hitting on women, but if a woman put her hands on you, you restrain her and you protect yourself.
I don't think there's something wrong with restraining.
I tell my son that because basically women are really mean. Like they'll holler. That's just like if I start punching at you, you gonna knock my ass out, right?
So Quavo, basically Sweetie hit. Okay, so we gotta make sure we got this right.
Answer the question right.
Did you get it on camera?
Sweetie, so Sweetie hit him first.
Yeah, you can't be
Then
in
he
people's
hit her.
personal zone.
They struggling back and forth. He pushed her to towards the wall. She falls on the floor, and then she basically gets up and starts limping out.
Right.
So they both been fighting. We don't know what led to the fight. We don't know if they were fighting prior to even getting in the elevator or what happened.
Well,
But
I mean,
it happened.
she
at her
was like,
house.
"You ain't going nowhere." That's how I was reading between lines.
You think
I'm just
so?
like, she probably was like,
Well, the
"He's trying to
comments
leave."
already on her side at the same time because I was reading the comments and they already was like, basic domestic violence abuse
You can't be hitting on no man. Domestic violence is domestic violence. Whether it's a female hitting a man or a man hitting a female, it's just domestic. It's violence.
It goes both
So
ways.
keep your hands to yourself.
I agree with
And I'm
you.
telling all the females.
Yeah,
and I'm telling my
definitely keep your hands
son,
to yourself.
keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
'Cause
But
he
one
do
thing
fight back.
I will say, and I do agree with that, Nasha, but I think men have to be a little bit more, aware that you're stronger than.
Yeah.
But some
you
women
were
can do
stronger
some
than the
damage.
ladies,
He definitely noticed after he was like,
did you see the way he
yeah.
slung up against that? I was
Yeah.
like, my God.
Get up.
Like,
Get up.
Get up.
So, I
But
don't
some
agree
girls
with
who can
him.
go though. I'm just saying.
But she ain't went no
Y'all
more.
saw Sarkeisha.
She stayed. First of all, she didn't go no more. She stayed on that floor until that elevator opened up.
She was a little
She did not move again.
She was like, this
She
nigga
was
ain't playing with me. I can't get run up on this hood nigga. Everybody, you just can't put your hands on, like, for real.
That's why you got
Yeah.
to keep that Glock.
And so the last thing we're going to talk about is Aretha Franklin. So I'm not sure if you guys have actually seen the Aretha movie, the one with Cynthia Erivo that was on National Geographic. I saw all 8 episodes, and it was actually pretty good. So Jennifer Hudson, let me tell you, girl, Cynthia may not look like Aretha Franklin, but she definitely played that part. And I didn't know Aretha had all those things going on. Aretha was smoking. Aretha daddy was a pastor, but he was a hoe. He was sleeping with every single woman.
He was R. Kelly.
Yeah, he was sleeping with every single woman that was coming through the Congress doors. Congregation
got a 12-year-old pregnant.
Y'all got a story.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then on top of that, Aretha had 2 kids by the age of 13.
By 15, she had 2 kids.
Oh, well, she looked like a little girl to me, but she had a roll-up ponytail in the front. So
They made her look so innocent, though.
she did.
I think she was faster than what they were portraying.
Yeah. So the movie was a lot. I don't think the actual the movie that we're going to see in the theaters is actually what. I don't think it's going to be that heavy.
Right,
I feel like it's going to be a lot of fluff. But after watching that, I don't even want to watch the other movie now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. That was a lot to watch.
Yeah, it is.
But I appreciate the fact that they told the truth.
Yeah.
Watching that made me get a better perspective of Aretha. Aretha had a hard life. As much as she would like to be in the church and act like we did so holy, holier than thou, the daddy, like Earth said, the daddy was sleeping with 12. She got 12. Aretha got a sister her age. Her mom was grown. The other girl mom was 12 years old. Not saying he might got other children out there too. Aretha have brothers and sisters. But as I was about to judge them, I was like, but whose family is perfect?
Not mine.
Child, y'all want to hear my damn family feast
No
secrets.
family is perfect.
I'm just keeping it real. My papa was a whore. Okay,
Rolling Stone.
And so with that, I just want to say I think. But do I think she should have played Aretha? No. Her singing capability was not nowhere near Aretha's.
Hold up now.
Let me. This is my opinion.
She can sing now.
My opinion is respected.
Don't do her like that.
She couldn't sing. I would have liked to see. You know, I thought would have been a good Aretha Franklin.
Ooh.
What is the Mary sister? The one that was kind of bigger than the other one. The singer is Mary.
The Republican one.
The Republican one.
I thought their name was Mary.
Tina.
I think Tina would have been a good Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Tina would have been a good Aretha.
Oh.
They messed up by that.
No, because Tina ain't doing all that smoking. Tina ain't doing all that cussing.
You don't know what Tina would have did. You didn't see, according to the movie, everybody thought the Franklin was perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
But they had a lot of fucked up shit in their
No, I'm
family.
saying the Mary's Tina probably would not allow
Portray herself that way,
to
right.
portray herself.
It's a
that way.
movie.
I don't see her doing that.
Right.
I
I don't see her
do.
doing that.
I do.
Yeah, she didn't barely want to tell her broken marriage on We TV. So.
No, I'm not talking about that one. Then the other sister.
Oh,
Erica? Definitely not Erica.
Well, I don't know their names.
neither the
but-
sister from Mary should have played. Good job, Cynthia Erivo.
No. Okay, well.
And shout out to all the producers as well, because there were actually 2 gay producers that actually did the movie.
They should have got Jennifer Hudson or something.
But Jennifer Hudson's actually playing in the actual film, the one that the family actually approved.
For her
the
to do.
family, the daughter was. Let me tell you about the granddaughter. She in Detroit now, picketing by herself, not nobody else, picketing by herself, trying to picket the movie. And nobody was out there supporting her.
Because they don't want their secrets out.
But yeah, she was out there picketing, telling people to ban the movie, don't watch the movie. But guess what? That was the highest rated movie of the last week. So,
I mean, it was good.
yeah.
Where did y'all watch it at?
On
Hulu.
National Geographic.
Hulu.
Yeah.
They have it on Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu and National Geographic, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Well, we're going on to good old Nasha. So, Nasha, what's up, sis?
Hey to the now, I'm back at it again. Just in, y'all. So, just in. Members of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reality TV show was just arrested today. Why? On federal charges. Allegedly, they used business information to cheat hundreds of people nationwide over a period of 10 years in a telemarketing scheme. Yes.
Wow.
Wife of Sheree Shaw, ex-football player. He's currently a coach for University of Utah. Wife did this. So just back to what I have said before, what type of people are we looking up to? Now, do we really know what we are doing? Or are we just portraying it well? Are we just faking it till we make it? Because you would just think a woman in that business, let's say if it's all was a mistake, but to go 10 years making that mistake, because I know I don't have my business papers intact with PRENUP all the time, but as soon as I get that tap on my hand once, or if I know I'm not sure how paperwork should be done, then I hire someone. I have enough money to hire someone to work out the paperwork. Because I know soon in the future I would not be filing my own taxes with PRENUP for this reason. I don't want to never be intentionally frauding people.
I mean, but I don't think this was a mistake. This was intentional.
After 10 years.
That's two
The
different
reason why,
things.
because we watched the show, and I know Jen. First of all, I was always confused by how
What did she do?
How her husband is a college football player, but she has every Versace, every Gucci, has all these assistants line up.
Coins ain't lining up, right?
She got assistant one and assistant
He's not even
two.
playing ball no more.
She
So
got 11 assistants.
Yeah, she has so many assistants lined up.
Everybody wants that position.
This huge house. I was wondering, all these fancy cars.
How do you get all of this?
How do you get all
Yes.
this off a football salary and you're not even working?
Coins not
And
lining
then,
up.
Yeah.
then
Yes.
she goes and somebody asks her on the reunion, what is
They
she
said,
doing?
they did.
And she definitely said that she has a telemarketing business, so this is correct. And it was a scheme.
Wow.
Yeah, they was
Yeah.
getting those people's information, and it was some stuff that was going down, y'all.
Let me say this, though. I wonder, is the husband going to pull the Phaedra?
Hell yeah.
I didn't know what was going on.
You know, what
on my
going
name.
on?
You got her on my name acting like this.
Exactly. He goes,
And I thought I was ratchet, but I got enough.
she was just
morals
planning a
and
reunion thinking she was going to get a divorce.
interrogate.
He's really going to get a
Look,
divorce
is that a
now.
word? Interrogate. What happened to your morals?
And now you don't include your assistant, the first assistant. That's where you probably have two people because the
Yeah.
first assistant actually is going to jail too.
the first.
Child, that's
So
gonna be-
it's her, Jen, and then the first assistant as well.
So them
is
bad
was a
ones
part
don't be
of it.
really bad. So y'all need to double check.
And he know he can't pay
people's
the guy out of jail with his salary.
she
Wow.
probably paying him good.
Oh, that is true. That is probably true.
They ain't show me his cards.
That's probably true. Wow, Jen.
Ooh,
And then
wow.
she had them set it off braids today. You know,
Like you just got locked up. Like they already turned you out, sis.
yeah, I'm like, what? She come out of jail with a fur coat on and set it off braids.
They make you take your wig off when you go to jail. That's why.
She's not an African American woman. Okay, let's
But she
let's go
probably
there.
had
She
inches.
had individual
But she said
braids.
she's
like
a
Lakiba.
woman of color.
She had hair like Lakiba and a fur coat on. I think she looked a little like Lil Kim. She was,
So somebody need a little more professional hairstyle. They already trying to get you
Yeah.
for pride. Don't make us look bad.
yeah.
That's when you're supposed to do the throwback curls. You know,
Are you saying braids are not professional?
I just don't wear them all the time. When I'm sitting down, like when I don't. Maybe I have an issue. Like I don't. Yeah.
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting because we know she have a lot of Botox and a lot of fillers. So I don't know how she's going to upkeep that because she already kind of like
Oh,
Shrek
she-
a little
I didn't
bit.
even know she was 47, so I got a lot of more life to
Yeah,
live,
so-
y'all. I was like, oh my god, I was over here feeling like an old lady.
Well, you know
but-
they kind of age, young. So
Yeah. So that's what I got. And I normally don't have the tea or the juice or,
I
so
was
today
shocked.
I came
I
with
was
some little
shocked.
tea.
Okay.
Trying to keep up with media. No. If all this going on, the people I'm looking up to is all of a sudden
I was so
criminals,
shocked.
something's wrong with that. So I'm going to stick to my Coach Stormy and the rich girl
Child, they said
game.
she a little. Let me shut up. Allegedly.
So, who are we looking up
Got
to?
y'all buying that tea and paying $18,000 to get in rooms.
I was in the virtual room. That's what I did do this weekend. I was in the virtual room. I didn't have the
bet you were.
$3,000 to pay to get in the room this year, but I was in the virtual room for $197, and
But
it was
you
a
know,
whole
I don't think
weekend
you should
of.
tell that because if I paid $3,000, I know you got in the room for $187. I'm going to beat somebody ass.
No, I didn't get in the room. I didn't go to Florida, but if I would have went, I would have paid $3,000 too. It was a
what do
virtual
you do-
ticket.
What do you
for
do with
100.
this 3,000? What is she giving you?
So basically, it's the
a
motivation
pep talk to sell that tea.
Because we already know that
It's a rich girl
Stormy,
game.
past life, and I understand we can all change, but you know what? Her past life, she was scheming.
She said she was. She didn't. She
Robbing
said,
Paul to get to John and get to Marcus and everybody else.
Look, child, take it from American Express to pay Discover to pay Capital One to pay Credit One Bank.
And sitting there with that guy named Jonathan, they're on live talking about they were scheming. Exactly, but
yeah,
you
they was telling
wanted to sell your
past. They was telling her past,
Okay.
and look where she's at now. So I
Great,
really
yeah.
respect her
Yeah, she's
as being
doing private jets, and while y'all sitting out, still riding the same cars, and she on private jets riding
Making money off of y'all.
They're having Birkin bags. She
It
got
charged
$15,000 bags.
$3,000 to bitch.
$15,000 bags.
And
And
y'all
then
still
Yeah, I ain't gonna talk.
jet.
Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about my coach.
Who
Yeah, I ain't gonna talk
allegedly
about
just
coach.
started in
I
the
love
company.
the hustle, coach.
Let me tell you about this. The daughter who just allegedly started in the company got $3,000 bags, got a Rolls Royce. Girl, bye.
So you
And
think
then
it's gonna
but
be a
people
fraud
that
story?
been on 15, 20 years with you don't even have any of that.
Right?
Girl, so she gonna be next.
Say, sell y'all tea.
You know
Keep
what's
it
wrong?
going.
People with the government
Well,
mess with your flex, and they want to say, "Well, let's look at these tax." I'm pretty sure they got a person who really looks into that. Like for celebrities, when you start flexing, and,
Oh, she was
and they're
definitely
like, "Well,
flexing.
I know this is this. I mean, you claim you made this last year. Something not adding up. So let's do some more digging." So while you flexing
all
with
those
your
houses,
Birkins,
all those 10-bedroom houses and all that stuff. I'm happy for her, but at the same time, it's kind of like
it's just something.
a lot.
As Mama said, ain't right in the water.
In other words, when you climb, just stay at Walmart, okay? Don't be trying to get all the bags and the red bottoms. Just stay at Walmart.
Keep people out your business.
Stay at Walmart. Just stay at Walmart.
So with that being said, I love you, Coach Stormy.
I know you do.
Because basically, she gives me that idea of like, okay, anybody can make it. So when I see all these other coaches, they're not relatable. So that's why I follow her so much. I'm like, she says bitch just like me. Like she has, I have shared some things that that's why I follow her, y'all, for many reasons. So, yeah. And I'm going to continue with the rich girl game. We rich, bitch. But anyways, okay. So let's stop all the hate, y'all. Let's stop all the hate. This Asian hate mess just needs to go out the door along with black and brown people hate. All people hate. Let's just throw it out the door, y'all. Every Asian voter is not for the fraud or make this country or want to make this country communist. They are not enemies because of COVID came from their land, okay? So let's just stop all the hate. We really need to stop consistently dividing through religion, culture, race, and ethnicity. When we realize that all humans is no one superior over anyone, y'all. And I know all that went down at the spa or whatever. I can't imagine that happening to any human being. You know, you sitting there trying to provide for your family and you're serving your clients and something like that happens. Like no one should be able to go through any of that.
Right. So
y'all, we cannot keep on spreading this hate. Ultimately, we all want the same thing out of life, to be loved, to be acknowledged, to be respected. And to take care of our families. With that being said, it's all one love over here. Love, peace, happiness.
That's it, Nasha.
Yes,
nice.
that's what I have for you guys this week, friends.
Thank you so much. I love that.
Well, I guess everybody be okay as long as you're scared, but just go get caught. Be a scam, but don't get caught being a scam.
Please don't. It's like everybody wants everything. Like it's so crazy, y'all. Like I do want to go shopping, but I'm not gonna be out here doing no credit card scams just to be like, look what I got, bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I do want to go shopping more. I do want to take trips, but I ain't gonna be trying to be with every sugar daddy just to get on them trips. Cause I be like, do these bitches ever work on Instagram? They in a different country every week. I'm like, what? They gotta be selling
They got
pussy.
sugar daddies. Let me tell y'all. Let me share a quick little story before we move on.
So I'm not trying to keep up, y'all.
Somebody had nerve to say, "Why you driving a 2011 Lexus? Why you ain't got no Mercedes or whatever?" I was like, before I cussed that person out, I had to look at who I was talking to.
Oh.
A lot of you girls, and that's a gay term. Girls mean everybody. Okay, just in case you lost. A lot of you girls make $80,000 a year, get $50,000 a year, think y'all rich. Baby, y'all did not arrive anywhere. I worked in a bank. And I know some 5-year-olds that got money with circle around your 80,000 year job. I mean, I saw an 8-year-old that had $8.5 million in their savings account.
Yeah.
I saw old ladies who just like nobody have 80 million in one and 50 million in another. So what I think people need to stop realizing, I mean, making $80,000 might be a good thing for you because you came from nothing.
Yeah.
And that's not me throwing shade. This is me being real. But when you can't afford your car parts, why? Because you're trying to keep up and look like you got something.
That's the problem.
You going broke trying to, you make $80,000 a year and you look like you make $10 because your money, you never save no money because your money always going.
Right.
I have an ex-friend. I love him. I ain't gonna never bash him. We ain't friends no more. But you bought a car off of Carvana, an Audi.
Okay.
That to me, if I'm gonna buy a luxury car, I'm going to the luxury dealership where I know I'm gonna have warranty and stuff. I'm not going to Carvana
Just to keep up.
or the CarMax to get no Mercedes Benz and no Audi.
You better
You
say
run
that.
yourself crazy trying to keep up with
You need
folks.
a warranty.
Thank you. Look, he
When it break down.
I don't even know.
I mean,
They don't give you a warranty?
Is
Not
that
like
CarMax?
I'm
Mercedes.
not. This
okay.
is just
Got
me.
it.
I'm not buying a luxury car
If it's
from
not come from you.
Carvana
I
or
agree.
CarMax. Yeah, I'm calling you bitches out. Yeah, I am.
Just to keep up.
Just to keep up, allegedly. But yeah, and so I was like, you know what though, my car is paid for, and guess what? If I want to go buy something, I can.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If I'm the richest person, hell no, I'm not rich, but I'm comfortable and I'm
Absolutely.
happy. And I said, why you're trying to keep up with your lease car every other year?
Yeah. Talk about it every year.
Let's get into it.
Yes.
My car is sitting on PAID.
I love
FORE.
Paid in full.
Thank you. And I own the title. No title next bitch.
Oh, yes. That's how it's supposed to
And
be.
period on that.
Period. So I just had to say that out there because a lot of people who like to buy this stuff, and yeah, you might make what $3,000 a paycheck or whatever, which is really nothing. We think. I mean, it's really I see money. That is really nothing. I thought I was making good money. I was making $75,000 a year before I did this full time, and when I did bonus, I kind of made like sometimes 90, or whatever. And I thought I was doing good, but when I saw rich people money,
Yeah, it's totally different. Yeah.
I was like,
I ain't arrived. What are you talking about? I ain't arrived. Lord, please breathe on these points.
Look, and it made me just working the bank. It really made me think of things differently, and I learned how to save and not try to keep up. But I do like to go out to eat, and I do spend money on food. Might not have Birkins and things like that, but baby, if I want to go to Ruth Chris every goddamn day, I can.
I'm going there. Yeah.
But let's move right along. We have a segment called Whack Ass of the Day. And Whack Ass of the Day go to Governor Brian Kemp for signing Bill SB 202 into law. You guys, again, we talked about him earlier, and I just think he deserves Whack Ass of the Day because you are a racist piece of shit. And I'm going to stand on how I feel about you. And if the election was fair, like you said, go by your word. Don't try to make stuff beneficial for you so you can win the government election. I think that this is crazy. Now, do I think we need a better system effectively? Do I think we need to have 8 weeks going on after election day to be counted? No. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But as far as like trying to do all this stuff with signature and stuff, that's some bull stuff. And what you said about Representative Park Cannon was nasty and evil, and you an evil, crooked looking ass man. And you forever have whack ass. I'm gonna get a shirt to say whack ass of the day with Governor Brian shirt.
He gets whack ass from me as well because he didn't take up for President Trump. And now he said it wasn't no fraud.
Okay.
That's a Republican.
And he said it wasn't no fraud, but now you're putting a bill in order to suppress. So I agree with you, Rodney. He gets jack out of his day.
Because he what?
What?
Because at first he wasn't going for. So in other words, at first, okay, what did you just ask me a question?
No, just repeat what you said, basically.
Okay, so at first he did not basically he didn't feel like it was any type of fraudulent activities going on, but now you're putting a bill in place that's going to suppress the voting. So I agree with the jackass of the day.
No, it's called whack ass. Jackass is still the show.
Whack ass
of the week.
Not them.
I agree with whack ass of the week. I mean, Kim, come
whack
on now.
Whack ass of the day.
You know what I'm saying? Whack ass of the day. Look, I'm about to be on that list. But anyways, so I definitely agree with my friends on Kim becoming, because you're going to have to stand with us or stand against us. What side are you on, Kim? What side are you on?
Republicans, they like to switch back and forth. That's why.
Whose side you on, Kim?
Yeah.
Sounds just what they say.
Yeah.
All right, Lakiva, so what is the conversation of the week?
Ooh, it's juicy. It's juicy, guys. So
Stacey might get my vote.
Uh-oh. So here's the question. If you find out that your husband is cheating and he's the breadwinner, what should you do? Would you kick him out, file for divorce, or stay in the relationship? What's your thoughts?
Well, let me tell you what I really thought this. I really thought you got this from a Aretha Franklin movie because this happened to her mom.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's very true.
I haven't even seen it.
Her mom was not working. You know, when back in those days didn't really work, and the husband was cheating and being a nasty hoe, just a nasty hoe. And she was tired of it, and she was trying to take her kids and leave before he got there. He caught her leaving and said, "You ain't got no money." Basically, bitch, you ain't got no money. How you gonna provide for these kids?
Right.
And so he made her leave the children, and she left.
Oh, wow.
Without the kids. That's how Aretha didn't have.
And she died from a heart attack because she missed her children. She loved her kids.
Wow.
But she had to get herself out of that situation. I'm sad.
So
if it was kids involved, I would definitely stay in a relationship. I'm be like, okay, so you want to be out there fucking bitches on me, right? So, I'm gonna need you to. I'm just gonna take it to the bank. Every time I feel like you out there doing something you ain't got no business doing,
I'm gonna swipe his credit card.
I'm gonna swipe his credit card. I'm gonna swipe it. Plus, it was without my knowledge too. You was going outside of our open relationship. No,
Two swipes.
Two swipes. So you won't play. Hope you got enough money for all of us. And since you try to have multiple wives, that's all.
I'm gonna take out all my friends, right?
I kind of feel like a smart person would do if the husband is the breadwinner, then you should be trying to, every time he gives you some money, you should be trying to put something in savings.
Absolutely.
So when it's time for him to leave and he cheat on you, you can leave and don't even have to think about what the money, having money to get out of that situation.
Absolutely.
Use his money and still put stuff in his name. That's what I say.
nah, don't put stuff in his name now.
No, not put stuff in his name. Like as far as like, you still use his credit cards.
That's gonna be in his name.
Yeah. And all the stuff that he gave you. I mean, once he cheat, you go shopping, you go put a house, and within 5 days, I'm not saying you should do all that, but that's what you should do.
If he's the breadwinner, sis,
leave him. I mean, keep your money. I mean, make sure you put some money on the side.
Unless it's an abusive situation. If he's the breadwinner and it's just for infidelity, he ain't bragging about no babies or no diseases. Girl, stay in your house.
What would you do, Lakeith?
Oh, we ain't leaving at the house. Who said anything about leaving the house? No, we ain't leaving the house. If anybody gonna be packing up and moving, you the one gonna be getting up out of here.
So you would leave?
No, I'm not getting out the house.
No, I mean, what would you do with this situation?
I'm not changing my zip code because you changed your mind.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm going to call my attorney, and we're going to get an exit strategy for him. Okay, because since you're the breadwinner, that does not mean you ain't going to still pay these bills over here. That just means you ain't going to be over here in this house that you paying the bills for. You're going to be somewhere else, wherever, I don't care. Send the check every month. Because me and my children, we not leaving this house. You want to cheat? Go over there with her, bruh. I don't care. Keep the coins coming.
So you would divorce?
I would definitely. But before I would divorce, I would talk with my attorney. What's my exit strategy? How do I get out of this? Stay in my house. I'm not losing anything. I'm going to still keep pushing this luxury car. I'm going to still keep swiping these credit cards. And guess what? You going to be paying for this at your next crib while I'm still enjoying this crib.
I don't know what I would do.
I would do what Lakiba doing.
Hello.
Okay, let me read it. If your husband is cheating and he is the breadwinner, what should you do?
Do what Lakiba doing. Y'all better listen to Lakiba.
Because some women find it hard to leave.
I would stack up some money. This is what I would do. If I find out that nigga was cheating on me, I will start stacking some money. I have a 2-year plan.
Yeah.
I play dumb as hell. I'll stack up money for 2 years. put them in a hole. I probably put that in the Cayman Islands. I don't know what the hell I might do. It won't be traceable back to me. And then I would divorce that ass. So I got this money over here.
I thought he said he was going to.
And I got this money from this divorce settlement. Bitch, we rich.
Exactly.
Alimony and child support.
And I'm gonna start investing in stock. I'm gonna start doing so many dumb investments. I hope one of them hit, because I want to make sure when I leave you, I'm gonna be okay.
Exactly.
You know, because I don't. It's hard to tell people when to leave or stay.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you have to leave out of zip code, I think I might just stay.
That's why my dad's always like, Nicole, get your own. You know, now me and my mama have a different type of story. Like a man should have. But my dad be like, get your own. So when he do want to pick up and leave and he don't find you appealing and sexy anymore, it's like you're not just stuck there and you're waiting for him to provide for you. You can exit. So that's why I was always taught, get your own.
And that's why women really need to be able to sustain themselves financially. So if you know you're living in a house and the mortgage is $7,000 and your husband is the breadwinner, you need to have some type of stability. How do you pay for that while you're waiting for this lawsuit to go through, this court battle or whatever? How do you sustain yourself while you're in the midst of going through?
I hope you have some money saved.
You know, you got to have some type of stability.
Some people who are in relationships don't.
They depend on the man.
Because they get an allowance or something.
Yeah.
Child, bye. I'd be like, told y'all for
this is a new day.
Medicine. I want this, that, and that, bitch. And
It's
I
cheaper
dare
to
you to
keep her.
say no.
It's cheaper to keep
That's
her.
a song. It's called "It's Cheaper to Keep Her." You better keep her. Well, thank you so much for that segment called "The Conversation to Keep." You always give us good conversations. Now with the new segment called Business of the Week. And the business of the week, this guys goes to Last Couple Standing. Last Couple Standing is unlike other boring, mushy couple games. The danger of being vulnerable and honest can make you rethink everything from the person you sleep with to the friends you thought you knew. This game is not for people who are prude, squeamish, dishonest, or who have skeletons in their closet, or dirt under the rug, or bodies in a trunk for that matter. No couple is safe. So basically, the Last Couple Standing is a couple's game owned by a black man.
Wow.
Black man couple game. I thought it was so unique.
Wow.
So yeah, they sent me the game set. They emailed, gave it to me to like look at it, and I played it with some friends. I love the game.
Okay.
It's
Wow.
so good. Yeah. Huh?
Did you win?
No. They asked a question I was not going to answer. So yeah, the website to buy this game, you guys, is www.lastcouplestanding.co, and it's how it sounds, it spells how it sounds. I'm sorry. And the IG for this game is called The Last Couple Standing, and that is the business of the week.
I love it.
I love it.
We are in the segment called The Letter, read by Nasha.
The letter. Dear conVo with Friendz, first, I would like to say I love the show. The topics addressed are the conversations others are afraid to talk about, but are needed for growth and understanding of different perspectives in this world. Well, I have a situation in question. I have worked in elementary education for the past few years. I absolutely love working with kids, mostly kids of color. As a black male teacher, I feel pressure to be a role model for black boys, regardless of the type of person I am, or the influence the kids have experienced. Some see drug dealers as role models because of their experiences. In our country, there is an underlying identity image of a male that society has created that demands a black male's level of success. Now this becomes even more difficult as a gay black male because we are all thought of as overly flamboyant and feminine. which is not the case. I have found myself resorting to portraying other characteristics of myself in front of parents because realistically, some are uncomfortable with certain things their children are exposed to. This topic arose thinking about the new Lil Nas X video. So my question is, how do we prepare our youth with the truth about the way others live, but not impress them upon their lifestyle? Sincerely, Chocolate Peach Teacher.
Oh,
Not chocolate peach teacher.
Chocolate
Come on,
peach.
Peach is
chocolate
dipped
and the
in
peach.
chocolate.
And the peach.
That might be
And the
good.
peach.
so what's your opinion?
Hey, friends. Hey, friend, I'm glad you wrote us. These boys need something to look up to. So whether you gay, straight, if you have something positive to teach them, they need something. They need someone. They don't have to know about what you do in the bedroom. Like, these are little kids, okay? As long as you give them that strong male figure at the end of the day, you could be flamboyant with it. At the end of the day, as long as you encourage these boys. Some of them are without fathers. So therefore, friend, keep doing you. Keep giving them a positive role model to look up to.
Sure. This was very difficult for me because I have a couple of friends who are teachers and they are running into the same problem. Some are more flamboyant than others, and some will want to put their picture of their spouse on the desk like everybody else do, and it's frowned upon when gay people do it, but it's okay with straight people do it. And what I don't understand, when parents try to shield their children from the world, this is today's society. Gay people are here. They're not new. We're not new things. They just popped up out of nowhere. We've been here forever. Yes. And do I think you need... to me, as long as you're teaching my child the A, B, C, and D's, and they're learning and you care about them, I don't care what you have on your desk. As long as you're not, I'm not even going to be funny. Like, it's your desk. Shouldn't no child be behind you just like they ain't looking at who you got a picture of. Yeah. So when it comes to parents talking about, well, I don't want my child to see that. So what are you going to tell your child? This is why I cuss a child out before. I ain't going to lie.
Ooh.
I remember I was walking at Stone Mountain and this little girl said, ew, his shorts too short. I said, ew, your hair is ugly, in front of the girl parents. And they looked at me crazy, and I wanted them to say something. I was ready to read that ass. Because I was going to say, you need to teach your child respect. Because everything come out their mouth should not come out their mouth. And I bet the little girl learned today. She had to be about 7, 8. I don't even know. She could have been 5.
Your hair is ugly.
I said, ew, your hair is ugly.
You gonna get this lesson today.
You gonna learn today. Because
you gotta teach your kids there's different people in the world. Exactly. And they gotta follow their own lead. Like, at the end of the day, that's probably you're probably the only positive male figure around these kids. Like you said, they're looking up to drug dealers and rappers and not educated men. So I'm pretty sure you're just not in the classroom twerking. So whatever you teaching them, continue to do your thing and be you. You might allow other little boys to be them and be themselves and fuck what the parents got to say. Like, you probably more educated than the parents. You probably can teach them more than the parents on a level. And we're not even thinking about sexual because these are kids. We're really thinking about like how you would be a positive role model. Like my son still talk about his 5th grade teacher who helped us get a place when we was homeless here. And I don't know about Mr. I don't know what he was, but I don't care because he showed my son that it was another male to care for him other than his uncles, and that's all my son knew. My brothers and stuff like that. Like, so I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, you give your son something positive to look up to. At the end of the day, your kid. So,
how you feel, Ernest?
Well, I used to be a K through 2nd grade autism teacher. So I was a teacher.
Oh, wow.
So I had boys and girls in my class, and some of the boys didn't have any father figures to look up to, and I never had any of these type of issues. But at the same time, a lot of people want to have that foundation for their kids. A lot of parents are single mothers, so they don't have anybody else to look up to. So I think the person should continue doing what they're doing, continue being that guy for that child, and making sure that they're doing their job at hand. So that's my opinion.
What about you, Sister Lakeitha?
Why y'all looking at me? Y'all know I'm very opinionated. So here's my comment. So I don't think parents should, allow their kids to be, formed and shaped by who they're taught by. I mean, you send your kids to school to learn from an educational perspective, because society is what it is. You have all different walks of life and different nationalities, different, sexuality, everybody does what they feel like is right for them, So I would say to him, continue to be the best teacher that you are, because you're not having a conversation with the kids about your sexuality.
Yes.
You shouldn't be having a conversation with them.
You're talking about
you're talking about this homework, okay?
Yes.
That's what you need to stay on, and whatever you choose to do, I say, it's not like you're going to be bringing this into the classroom, because you're hired to present educational material to them, and that's what you're doing. Now, parents need to have a conversation with their kids for what they feel is right within their household.
Yes.
Now, when you go to school, you are in the midst of a multitude of households. So just like you have to teach your child, I think you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. You have some listen, my child went to the best Christian school there is. No, and I'm not racist, but he was the only, maybe one or two other blacks in there. And these children was telling my son that he was, you a nigger, you black. Well, I never taught my son that, even though we're living in the best area there is. And so kids not only learn negative things from the teachers.
They're going to learn from home.
Some of these kids.
Because let me tell you.
Some of these rich kids is a trip.
I used to have to say, we're not talking about that, because the kids would actually, whatever happened, me and my mom and my dad was fighting last night. You don't think they talk about that?
Absolutely.
They talk about everything that happened in their house.
Absolutely.
And you have to literally stop them from
hope.
talking.
So pull up your panties, friend. You may be their only hope.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Keep teaching, my brother.
Here we go. But yeah, I agree. Continue doing what you're doing. And I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like teachers don't make enough money. So, I mean, they need somebody out there like yourself. So,
yes.
Absolutely.
We respect you.
That was a good letter.
Yeah.
So, friends, you heard it. You heard it from us. If you have any life issues, or you're facing something, you need help making life-changing decisions, reach out to us. We are your friends here at conVo with Friendz with an S podcast at gmail.com.
All right. That was a good letter.
That was an excellent letter.
Thank you for reading.
Oh, that was a long one.
But hey, friends, you just want to just sow a seed. Sow a seed to the podcast.
Keep
you
us
can
going.
now,
give us some money. Point blank. Period. We need money. Okay.
Some cash.
Yes.
We would like to be filmed going out.
We need $5. We need $10. We need $15.
We need $500.
We need studio fee.
Start with every 5, 10, 15, 20, and work our way up from there.
Bring in what you can. Bring in what you can.
Yeah, exactly. Don't start with $1 or $2, because y'all
Keep
know y'all
us
got your
going.
stimulus check.
Right.
So please start with more. $5
Keep us
is the
going.
minimum
and
we can
follow
have.
us on all social media platforms. I'm talking about from Pandora, iHeartRadio, Twitter, Instagram. That's the best thing you can do. Follow and share our content.
Yes, that is so true. And you can also give to us at www.convo with Friendz with a Z podcast.com. And yes, you need to just follow, and that's how you can donate to the podcast. But yeah, give us 5 stars, you guys. Share our content. Follow us on YouTube. It's conVo with Friendz. all right, and follow us on Instagram, conVo with Friendz. And, you know, if you listen to us on Pandora, like she said, share with us, iTunes, Apple, Spotify, whatever you listen to us on, share and subscribe, and share it with your friends, okay? But hey, guys, it's Rodney.
This is Lakeita.
Hey guys, this is Ernest.
Bye for now. It's Nasha.
See you next time, friends. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. We love y'all.
Hi guys, this is your boy Yet checking in. If you are enjoying our content, can you please follow us on IG and Facebook at conVo with Friendz, and it's FRIENDZ.